What's up, everybody? Chris Watt here with another video. And man, we are wrapping up Dallas week as we head into a huge game for the division this Sunday at the Link. But before I get into that, I want to talk about something that happened to me this week, today in particular. And I'll just start from the beginning. Earlier in the week, I saw a tweet sent out by E-Rock from 4th and John asking for any active military member to send him a DM, to slide them DMs, because he has some tickets that were going to be donated. And this is for a military member that had been overseas or was going to go overseas. But he had tickets that were going to be donated to that person. So, you know, I contacted him about my brother Trey. As I mentioned in my Redskins video, my brother is a sergeant in the Army for the military police and was in Korea for a whole year. Just came back in time to watch that Redskins game with us. It was a very special time. And I'm trying not to get too choked up here. I'm an emotional dude. This is pretty cool. So I started setting up this party now for the big Dallas versus Eagles game, and was very content with watching the game here. But, you know, obviously the atmosphere that I feel, I want to be at the game. And this morning, I woke up to a tweet sent by John Castellane. He's an analyst with Pro Football Focus. Man, I still can't. I'm still kind of speechless. I can't get over this. But E-Rock had asked E-Rock if there was any Eagle fans, any passionate Eagle fans he knew of that needed tickets because he can't make it to the game. And E-Rock basically relayed, the information I told him about my brother. And I've got 2 tickets. Me and my brother have 2 tickets to this Sunday's big game against the Dallas Cowboys. And I cannot thank John enough. I mean, look, we as Eagle fans get a bad rap. And they're still talking about snowballs to Santa, which I wasn't even born for. Anytime there's any little fight, they talk about it. They talk about the courthouse at the vet. But here are 2 guys, E-Rock, who had kind of set this whole thing up with getting military personnel free tickets. And then John, who, he could have made money on these tickets. Let's be honest. It's Dallas versus the Eagles in a big game. He could have sold those tickets and made money. And what he told me was he just couldn't stomach a Dallas fan getting the tickets, and he wanted to do something because, and in his own words, Eagle fans are family. Passionate Eagle fans are family. And that's exactly what this is, man. This is just an act of kindness. I titled this video Christmas Miracle, and that has to do with the game, but it also has to do with this here, man. I mean, again, I was really looking forward to watching the game with my brother anyway, but now to be able to have him around the atmosphere that I love so much, to take him to his first 4th and John tailgate, and just enjoy the Eagles, a team that we both love greatly, is something I just can't put into words how much this means to me. My brother was in Korea last year. I had to watch the games at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and now he's going to be right up there in the front line. So that being said, thank you so much, John. I can't thank you enough. I can't put it into words or do it justice, but I can't wait to be at this game. And while that's out, now that we've talked about that, no, I'm not going to go into stats because we all know that this season has not gone as we should. We all know that on paper that the Dallas Cowboys should win this game, and they should probably win by a lot. But, at the beginning of the season, and since we're on this Christmas theme here, you remember when you were a kid on Christmas, and for me, like, it was a video game system, like a Super Nintendo. You remember just opening that box and actually waiting a month to get it, and you're opening that box, and you see that little piece. You just get to see that little piece of the box, and you got it, and you hold it up, and you're so happy, right? Imagine after just seeing that little piece and having that joy, imagine somebody just taking it away from you. Well, that's what happened to us. That's what happened to Carson Wentz. He's got Deshaun Jackson, this shiny new toy, this toy that he's always wanted. He's got this offense with Jordan Howard, a rejuvenated Nelson Aguilar, supposedly, Alshon Jeffrey. You look at this offense and these weapons, and you get it for a game, and then it's snatched out of your hands. And that's exactly what happened to this team. If I would have told you that we'd be going into this game with a shot at the division with Greg Ward, Rob Davis, and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside as your wide receivers, and Jordan Howard hurt and Lane Johnson out, you would have said to me that I was crazy, that there's absolutely no way that a healthy Dallas team with Amari Cooper and Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott is going to be 7-7, but they are, and we are. So this game, you can take everything from the past out of the equation. I've said in a video before that when their backs are to a wall, and when your backs are to a wall, you can't go back any further because the wall is there. And that's how the Eagles have to think. It's all forward from here. The past couple weeks, we've had to come from behind against some pretty shitty teams. But I think that that's still good for the Eagles because they've got that taste in their mouth. They know that they can do it. Wentz, I think, definitely trust Greg Ward more than he ever trusted Nelson Aguilar, especially this year. Boston Scott's coming on huge. Miles Sanders gets better every game. So I think that the Eagles are good. And this is going to sound crazy, I can't believe I'm saying, but I think they're good on offense. I really do. This game is going to come down to the defense. The defense, knowing that the offense is hurt, has got to make a stand and put this team on their back. They absolutely have to. You cannot. We haven't lost to we haven't beat Zeke Elliott ever. Every time he's on the field against the Eagles, we lose. We haven't won a meaningful game at home against the Cowboys in forever, and it's time. I'm so tired of it, and this team has to be tired of it. Doug Peterson has to be tired of losing to the Clapper, Jason Garrett, and it's time that they take a stand now, and it starts with defense. If you can get pressure on Dak Prescott, we should get Derek Barnett back, so that should help out this week. If you get pressure on Dak, who had this phantom, in my mind, a phantom injury, all of a sudden he's throwing today, but he didn't all week, something about his shoulder. I think it's all bullshit, smoke and mirrors, but if you can get to him, if you can hit this guy and get a lead early, that's going to be important too. You take Zeke out of the equation a little bit, but the atmosphere here is so important. The fans are going to be the 12th guy here. This is a playoff game, and a playoff game in Philly is one of the most electric atmospheres that you could just go back and look at 2017 and go look at every single game. The fans were in it from the beginning till the end, and that's what we're going to need. I'm going to be there. Like I said, my brother's going to be there, and we're going to be bringing the noise every single play until the seconds wind down. And it's just time. It is just time. Dallas is healthy. They're absolutely healthy. No big injuries I can think of. As far as us, our injuries is status quo. Nelson probably not going to play. Jordan Howard's not going to play. Lane Johnson, they declared out today. I think Big V can do a decent enough job to hold off the Dallas pass rush at times, and he will have help as well. So those are big. I see Avonte Maddox was put on the injury list today. He's kind of questionable with a knee. I mean, we can't stay healthy at all. But again, this is a playoff game, and I think I'm not going to sit here. Let me tell you about my hate for the Cowboys, first of all. My hate for the Cowboys runs so deep that I won't let a blue ornament sit on my Christmas tree. And if the Eagles didn't have any silver in their logo or on their uniform, you wouldn't see silver on my tree either. I won't let blue lights anywhere near my tree or my house. I mean, I hate the Cowboys that much because when I was a kid, all I heard was about how many rings they had, the expensive starter jackets that every Cowboy fan would wear around me. And I would hear about how the Eagles were trash and never won a Super Bowl, blah, 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 no rings, this and that. I absolutely cannot stand the Dallas Cowboys. And all I want for Christmas and all the Eagle fans want for Christmas is a win against the stinking Dallas Cowboys. That's all I want for Christmas. And that's all that I think, you know what? That's all an Eagle fan wants. And we deserve it, damn it. We deserve it because we haven't won. We're tired of losing to the Cowboys. And it's time. It's time, Doug. And I think Doug's going to have a good game plan. I think Carson Wentz is going to play the game of his career. Even though if he loses this game, it doesn't mean any less to me because, look, he's working with practice squad players. But I think he's going to have a great game. And I think this defense is going to finally show up after weeks of hibernation. They're going to come out and take care of this Dallas Cowboy team. I definitely am not going to stand here like every single Philadelphia analyst. Local sports media have all bet against us. Ray Didinger's bet against us. Dick Vermeil, I heard on the radio, bet against us. And this team plays better when they are the underdogs. That is proven. And I'm ready for it. We're ready to prove some people wrong. I think this team is. And let's get it done, man. I'm not going to waste any more of anyone else's time here. This is such a huge game. I'm amped up. I'm hyped for it right now. I wish I could walk out that door and head to Lincoln Financial Field and tailgate for days because that's how hyped up I am for this game. So go Birds, everybody out there. Let's get this team going. Everybody going to the game. Let's give it our all as we do all the time, and let's help in getting this team a victory. Go Birds! Thanks again to John from Pro Football Focus. John Castellane, thanks again to E-Rock and 4th and John Tailgate. I cannot wait to see everybody there. Thanks to all the subscribers that I have. And if you see me at the tailgate, please come up to me. I'd love to talk to those that support me. And this is just going to be an absolute, hopefully, amazing memory that me and my brother and every other fan that's going to be in attendance will be able to cherish for a lifetime. One hell of a gift for the Eagles to win this game. Go Birds! Let's get this.